Guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. Now for today's video, I'm going to be doing a good old-fashioned review video after ages. It's been so long since I've sat down with you guys and just talked about a product in depth, and I honestly really missed it. But this product literally forced me to review it because so many of you wanted to see it and I was intrigued as well. So today I'm going to be reviewing the relatively newly launched, because our idea of new has just gotten so much more different and instant and just spontaneous as well. So I'll still say relatively new K-Beauty Hydro Cloud Cushion Foundation. First of all, I have to say that I did receive a massive PR package from them, and I do have all of the shades in here. So I will be swatching all of the shades for you all because I know that's super helpful and a lot of you want to see the shade range in action, which again I will be talking more about in depth once we get to that part. I'll just quickly keep this back because it's quite heavy. But yes, if you want to know everything that there is to know about these K-Beauty cushion foundations, then please keep on watching. Let's start off with the basics, which of course has to be the packaging and the pricing. When it comes to the packaging, this cushion foundation comes in a beautiful rose gold packaging with K-Beauty logo imprinted all over it, just like every other K-Beauty product, and it looks stunning. It does have a relatively nice amount of weight to it. It's not super heavy, but it doesn't feel cheap and plasticky as well, which is great. On the back side, you're going to get all of the information that you require about this product, including the shade number, your manufacturing date, and all of those things. But it also says push right here on the packaging, so I'm guessing they will be coming out with refills in the future, which is going to be amazing because that's going to make this cushion foundation so much more sustainable. But once you open this packaging up, you have a tray right here which holds your puff applicator, which is pretty unique in itself because of this shape. Now it's pointed on the top and rounded from the bottom, which is something I've not seen any other brand do. So you're also going to get precise application in the nooks and crannies, and then of course the rounded bottom will make sure you can cover a lot of area in one go. Now once you open this tray up is when you get to the cushion, which when you receive it will be sealed, so you will have to unwrap it. It also has a cute coat right there which just makes you feel a little good about yourself, and then you can get to the cushion which will hold all of your foundation right there. Now the mirror also says it's K to be you. It's just a cute little detailing that adds a lot to the overall experience. But now coming on to the price point, you can get this cushion foundation for rupees 1599, or in simpler terms for rupees 1600, and you get about 14 gram of product in here. So per unit cost breaks down to be rupees 114.21 per gram, and I think it's really important to know how much you're paying per gram because it's your hard-earned money. Now in my brain, that price point is a little mid to higher end side, not completely higher end and luxurious because it's not the most costly cushion foundation out there, neither it's the most affordable. Honestly speaking, cushion foundations are generally more costly to manufacture as well because of the amount of packaging required, the formulation and everything. So I feel like it's a great price point that K-Beauty has tapped into. Now I also got this info sheet with my PR package with all of the details and the claims about this foundation. So we're going to go through all of the claims and see how many of these is the foundation actually able to meet. So I'm going to read these to you, not verbatim but just highlighting the important stuff. It says it has hyaluronic acid, squalane, SPF 40, PA++. Now we can't really test these out, so we just have to take their word for it. Next up, it says it's full coverage in a single dab, super lightweight, non-cakey formula, comfortable all day wear, and it's available in 12 shades, which is going to be my starting point. It is available in only 12 shades, and the shade range, in my humblest of opinion, isn't the best. The deep dark category is just really ignored, and I truly feel like we could have added at least 5 more shades in that category. But with that being said, let's just quickly start swatching all of these shades out. 100p, 105y, 110n, 115p, 120y, 125y, 130y, 135n, 145n, 165n, 175n, 180y. And here are all of the shades swatched together, and you can see that that ombre is more light shade heavy. And if you're wondering about my shade, it's 110N, which is honestly a perfect match for me. It blends into my skin like a dream and it looks seamless on the skin. But let's talk about the texture and coverage and all of those good things for a while. Now the texture of this one is genuinely very lightweight. It's a very thin foundation that doesn't need a lot of work to get blended into the skin. You can see how well it's working on the back of my hand, which is not properly moisturized or primed or anything anything. So with all of that, this just blends into the skin like a dream, and it feels very lightweight and non-cakey, just how they've mentioned in their info card as well. I really like this texture. When it comes to the coverage, now they've claimed to be a full coverage foundation, and I would say it's more of a medium full coverage foundation. It's not a high coverage foundation to an extent where you can't see anything, but it has a very natural finish on the skin. You can see in this half and half that some of my skin is still peeking through, my dark circles are peeking through a little bit, but overall I love this coverage because I know I have a concealer to rely upon. When it comes to finish, they are claiming a matte finish, which personally I would like to disagree with, because in my humble opinion, this has a demi matte finish, which I feel like is even prettier because it just looks like skin. Once you have just this going on, your skin looks radiant, beautiful, dewy. It's not matte flat. It just looks gorgeous overall. I absolutely love it. Plus the fact that this does not emphasize on your pores or latch onto your dry patches. It just feels very moisturizing on the skin as well. So I really hope that they change the finish to more skin-like or demi-matte or something on those lines, because this definitely is not matte. And now coming on to a question that I know would be burning in your mind. Is this a dupe to the Tirtir foundation? And I got your back because we're going to be comparing them. Tirtir is going to go on my left side, and please keep in mind this is not my most perfect shade match, but this has a lot of coverage and I feel like it's slightly more on the matte side of things. And when it comes to K-Beauty, I have matched a shade to the Tirtir one rather than matching it to my skin, and I feel like the coverage on this one is slightly lighter, but it has a more radiant finish to it. So overall, if you were to ask my preference, I would say the K-Beauty one is something I would like a little bit more better for my dry skin type, because with Tirtir I feel like it can be a little bit more matte and you do need to rehydrate it with like a setting spray or something of those lines. The Tirtir still is a great foundation, don't get me wrong, but this does oxidize really badly as well. Now of course we also have to check for oxidization, so I'm just going to pick up some fresh foundation on my puff applicator and I'm going to test it right here, and it literally looks like it hasn't oxidized even one bit. And now coming on to longevity, because I know that's an extremely important point as well. So what you're seeing on my face right now is after 6 hours of application. I did my makeup and then I got busy doing something else and I couldn't record this video immediately. So this is after 6 hours of application and it looks phenomenal, if I may say so myself. Now when it comes to the foundation, it hasn't settled into my fine lines or pores a lot. It still feels pretty smooth, and the fact that nothing lifted my foundation off. I was using all of the products that I know wouldn't lift a foundation off, and it didn't happen because I wanted to test out the foundation. Sometimes it's not the product but the foundation that can lift easily. So I wanted to see if it would lift easily, but it didn't, which is again a great pointer. Overall, I really like this foundation. I really enjoyed using this foundation, but I just feel the shade range needs to be made so much more better, and I know K-Beauty can do that. 12 shades I don't really think is enough. I think 20 should have been the bare minimum benchmark that they should have gone for, because I think that's the shade range that they're offering in their normal foundations as well. I might be wrong, but overall this is a beautiful cushion foundation. Just the shade range needs to be worked on, but in true SJ review style, let's finish off with some pros and cons. So the pros: the texture, the finish, the coverage, the wear time are all pros in my opinion, and the con has to be shade range. The packaging also can be a pro. It has a unique puff, beautiful packaging and all of that, but you know that's a secondary pro. It's not the most primary pro. But the con has to be the shade range. I feel like the shade range really lets this whole foundation down. Other than that, it would have been a perfect launch. I feel like the pros outweigh the cons way more, unless it's a shade that you can't find for yourself. Then of course that one con will ruin everything else. But overall, I really like this K-Beauty foundation, and again I would highly like to urge them to just expand their shade range, because we all deserve a beautiful cushion foundation like this. Plus I also really like the price point as well. I feel like once you can get it on a little bit more discount, it would be such an amazing price to have it at. So overall, this was my review for the K-Beauty Hydro Cloud Cushion Foundation, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this and found this video helpful. And if you did, then don't forget to comment and subscribe. It would mean the absolute world to me. Also, let me know if you would like to see more reviews. I feel like reviews are making a comeback. I might be wrong. Back in the day, they were really hot and then nobody wanted to see them. They're coming back up now. Let me know if you would like to see more reviews, and if yes, then what should I review next up? But till the next time, take care. I love you all so much. Mwah. Bye.